Denver, Colorado.
I want to make it. I just do it without video. That way I can just listen to it and it shows them, but not us.
Mhm.
Nice, nice.
Take a look at that.
Okay, everybody, I just muted the lines, and if you're just coming on, please mute your lines. I appreciate it. This is Dave Dove coming to you live here at the rNetwork corporate office. So super excited to be with you guys here today. Just had the most amazing weekend. I spent the weekend with a group of leadership in network marketing to learn from them and to be able to, I was at a retreat, and it was just absolutely phenomenal, and had the opportunity to speak on stage with some of the 6- and 7-figure earners, and it was just awesome. Had a great time. So I share that with you because I've learned a lot. Just I feel like I was just like had a fire hose on me all weekend and taking hundreds of pages of notes. And now I got to go back and clear them out so I can actually translate them into what I want to share with you guys. So. But hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name's Dave Dove. Right now, my calling is Director of Everything. And I'm just kidding. I kind of oversee the field and support and marketing and a little bit of everything right now. So, but for those that are brand new for the first time being on here, we welcome you and just want you to understand what our vision is as a company. This is a revolutionary financial movement. We are literally shifting the power and the profits from big businesses back to you as an individual. Through the power of the growth of this network, we'll be able to leverage exclusive savings all around the world for different things to help those who want to participate in our network. When this company was founded, it was founded upon 3 basic principles, guiding principles that we go by on everything we do. And first is we find out where the world's going and get there first. Second is to make more money than you spend. And 3 is to lose your life in the betterment of others. And it's super exciting, you guys, where we're going as a company, and what we're about to launch on February 1st is just really going to change and disrupt the entire industry like none other. I will assure you that when that happens on February 1st, there will be masses of amounts of people who find out what we're doing. And just because I know I shared it with a few of the leaders at this leadership retreat that I was at on what we're doing. They're not in our business or in another business. And I shared it with them, and it was interesting because the minute I shared it with them, they're just like, how in the world is the company going to do that? And I said, well, we can. We've already proven that it works, and we already know that it's going to work, and it's already working. So it's pretty cool. So with that said, we're like I said, we're super excited to have you on here today. I've got some things I want to share with you. First of all, just some announcements. First of all, the customer support. We just want y'all to know that we have upgraded the system, and they have put together a ticketing system that we really need you to get out to your teams to help your teams know that this is how we are supporting the field through the customer support feature. And if you get onto the website and you scroll down to the very bottom, it says support. You can click on that, or you can actually click on the chat during business hours. And if not, then you can also just click on the support tab. And there are frequently asked questions. If any of those don't relate to yours, then you can go in and submit a ticket in. And if you do it properly and you actually categorize it, then it will send it to support in that category so they know how. And it's not that not every one of them, I know all of you think that everything you send in is urgent. Some are more urgent than others. And so, meaning that, you know, I won't give examples, but because I don't want to make anybody feel bad, but there's some things that it might not be quite as urgent, or they need to move it to somebody to get the answer for you. And so a lot of times if it has to do with like comp plan or has to be something, it's going to get forwarded to myself. And so in a lot of cases, depending on what it is, if it has to do with training, it's going to be forwarded to me. Things like that we just need you to understand that if you want to get your answers to what you're trying to get answers to, we really, really need you to submit a ticket under the category picked. If it's RPay, then you click on RPay, and then what is it about? And then there's a subcategory. What is it about RPay that you need help with? And then you select that, and then you can even upload screenshots if there's an error happening that you're having troubles with, so we can get to it as quick as we possibly can to get it to the proper person who can answer the question or get it fixed. So please do us a favor and do that. If you are emailing support, you will get an email back that says, you're not going to get your answer here. So we have to get away from it, you guys. The emails kind of get lost and people don't get responded to. And so we're just making this transition to this ticketing thing. And I think it's going to be long-term a way better system for all of us for the ticketing system. So really excited. Had some good feedback from people in the field so far from what we've done. And so we're excited about that. So that's the first thing. Second thing was the announcement that I need to get to my announcements that got bumped. Okay. Next one is that, just so all of you know, we did actually push the launch off until February 1st. We're not going to do anything halfway anymore, right? So that's why we pushed it off. In fact, the date, you all received an email about this, but the date was set way back when they were talking in the very beginning, and nobody knew what was going to happen by that time, but we were hoping to have everything by that time. And honestly, guys, we were really close to being able to launch, so it's just better for us to push it off, get us a little bit more time to make sure. But I look at it this way. It gave all of you a little bit more time at $38 to go get people on your team and to be able to get set up for the T3 and the Power 3 compensation. I think that's super exciting. So it gives you a little bit more time and allows us to get our stuff done so we can roll it out the right way that we feel like is going to be way more impactful for you and for your future. So that's exciting. The second thing is people have questions about, what a founder is and, what does that mean? And is it extended? Is it all these different things? That answer will be coming out here very shortly. We're actually having a leadership summit tomorrow with a group of hand-selected leaders that were actually picked by the founders to be invited to this summit. Some will be via Zoom. Some are actually going to be local here. But that leadership is going to be talked to by the founders. Then we're going to turn around and put out the information that we went through with those guys. And on top of that, the question about the founder. We just need you to be patient for about another day, just so that I can get you the correct answer, because there seemed to be some confusion on it. But what a founder is 10 in the pen prior to launch. Now, the confusion is when did it end, or did it end? Did it get extended? So I will have the correct answer for you guys quickly by tomorrow. And as soon as I have it, I will put it out and all of you will know. So we will have that answer to you. Okay. The other thing that we wanted to cover with you guys real briefly is our corporate calls. So we're actually going to move this call that we're doing every Monday. We're going to move it to the evening, just so we can accommodate many other people. We should have 400 or 500 people on this call with the amount of people who are in our network. Unfortunately, because we chose to do it at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in the middle of the day, people were working, people were sleeping, and so we're going to move it. So write this down, and it will be on rNetwork.live. It will be up there and updated here today. But right now, write it down. It's going to be every Monday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're no longer going to do the opportunity call on Monday. We want this to be the corporate start off our week, get excited, hear all the new stuff, kind of get you launched into your week. And then, and as soon as that call's done, then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, no longer are we going to do the opportunity call. We're going to do trainings. So trainings are going to happen on Tuesday. So it's Tuesday training, and Tuesday is comp plan training. If you want to learn about the comp plan, you're going to tune in on Tuesday evening. All these are at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Staying congruent, staying consistent, but we moved it from 6 to 7. So comp plan on Tuesday. On Wednesday, it's product training. So you're going to learn about the products, the different products that we have and how to use them and things like that. And that one, again, will just be done at 7 p.m. You can tune into that. Then here's the big one that we need you to understand. Thursday is going to be our rNetwork business overview. Lots of excitement. We want to build up for this meeting and this event. Every Thursday, 7 p.m., going to be held by one of our top leaders in the company. But more importantly, is we will be reaching out to you guys and asking you to participate because we want to do testimonials, not just a presentation. We're going to make it much different than what we've done in the past. So hopefully you'll be willing to go, yeah, I'm willing to do that. Now, the testimonials, we are going to have an outline for you to follow. So we don't have 5, 10, 15, 20-minute overview of that person's testimony. So we're going to make them short and sweet. We want about 5 to 10 every single week on Thursday that we can utilize. If you have people on your team that you think would be willing to jump on and share their story of how they got their 3 in 2 days or 1 day or a week or 10 days or whatever, we want that type of stuff. But there's going to be an outline given to you. And so when you're invited to do a testimony on the call, we will then send to you the form that you can fill out ahead of time so you can have that in front of you as you're going through it, because we want it. There is a strategic plan behind it that we want to stick to that allows people to know who you are, where you came from, kind of why you joined our network, and so on. So that's what we're going to try to do with that. Fridays, we have the Spanish meeting. That's the Spanish opportunity overview. And that is a corporate overview that's done by people who actually speak Spanish. I know that makes sense now, doesn't it? So anyway, we're going to have that done. And that's done right now. It's done at 6 p.m. on Friday nights. And if you want the link, again, it's on rNetwork.live. So if you have people that speak Spanish, you want to plug them into that, that's a great one to plug into and get into that. So the reason we're making this change, you guys, is we feel like on a lot of the opportunity calls, we've seemed to be getting a lot of the same people attending the call, not a lot of new names and numbers and people showing up. So what that means is that we're overkilling it and we're not being effectively. So we want to be effective. So we want to build up to 1 a week right now. We'll go to 2 a week as we need it, but we'll see what the numbers do and how that changes. But remember one thing, you guys, and I shared this with you, I think a week or 2 ago. Third-party validation is the strength of network marketing. If you answer all the questions for every single prospect that you bring through this thing and you don't share third-party validate, you don't get that third-party validation, you're making the mistake. I promise you that. And it's going to take me into my training here in just a second. I want to train on just one topic. I'm going to share something with you guys that I think will really make an impact. I saw Cindy raising her hand. You had a question, Cindy?
Hi, Dave. Sorry. I just wanted to make you aware that you're somehow using the Zoom link that only allows 100 people in. I know you guys had upgraded to 500 people, and I'm getting all kinds of messages. People can't get in. So just to make you aware. Yeah, it's cut off at 100. Yeah. So just, yeah.
That shouldn't be happening.
I know. It hasn't happened in a long time, and so I just wanted to make you aware of that. And they can watch the recording, but just moving forward.
Thank you for letting me know that.
Sure.
Darn it. I don't know how that happened.
We noticed the same thing too, Dave.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get it fixed. So I'll make sure we put out the recording for everybody. So thanks for letting me know though, guys. Okay. So let's move on here real quickly, you guys. So again, rNetwork.live is the site that you will go to get onto any of the Zoom corporate events. But I wanted to share with you guys something that was really funny, and it goes to show you how when you've got really amazing leadership, when you're in sync with all the amazing leaders that we have, it's pretty cool. So this morning was really crazy. I'm actually preparing for the call today, and I'm actually putting notes down in my notes. And I go and I see all these notifications, and I don't get on Facebook typically too early, other than I might post my thought for the morning, but that's it. But I don't answer texts, I don't do any of that stuff until after I get through my power hour. So here's my thing. So I get done and I look at the notifications, and I see that Jeremy Jenkins, one of our masters, actually posted something that was pretty impactful. That what's amazing is I was actually taking the exact same notes as he actually wrote on his post. So I thought that was pretty amazing that we're actually in sync that much to be thinking the same thing. I wanted to give him credit for the fact that he posted it and not think that I just stole it from him. I talked to him earlier about it. But so here's what I wanted to share with you is that there's a gentleman out there by the name of Todd Falcone, and he is an amazing, amazing trainer. And he talked about something today that I thought was really something. And actually, funny thing is, I was just talking to another leader about this over the weekend, the same topic. And the topic is you have people in your organization. If you have people in your organization that are absolutely doing absolutely nothing right now, how do we get those people into action? What do we actually do to get them into action, right? Or how can we, I mean, if you're like anybody else, I know in my previous venture, I've had a ton of people not doing anything. And I was trying to figure out, how do I get these people going? And why are they not working? Why am I doing all the work? You guys ever felt that way? I know that some people have probably felt that way before. So here's the thing I want to tell you. I jotted down some notes from his training, and I just want to share it with you guys. The first one is this: you probably just haven't found the right person yet. So think of it from that perspective. You might go put 10 people in, and all 10 people don't really do anything but maybe just pay their subscription, right? They don't recruit anybody. You feel like you're all on an island all by yourself trying to recruit and bring new blood in, and then all of a sudden you brought 10 and nobody done anything, right? Well, it might just be you just haven't found that superstar person yet. You might just not have found the right person. The second thing is that he talked about is if you ever run into that, you need to go enroll more. You need to go out and sponsor, recruit more people, because when you're doing that, it starts to create an environment on your team that you're not just in management mode, which was another thing that I wrote down that he said. Get out of management mode and quit waiting for your team to do all the work or to do work when you're not even doing anything anymore. All you're doing is managing and motivating and trying to inspire the team. And have you ever felt like, hey, I'm out there and I'm posting positive stuff. I'm sending my team texts and I'm letting my team know how much I appreciate them. I'm here for them, all these different things. Have you ever had a upline leader tell you that? Hey, I'm here for you. Just let me know if you need anything. Well, the problem is, you guys, when we get stuck in management mode, your team doesn't grow. That's just fact. It doesn't grow. And so when you get stuck on that, then all of a sudden you're trying to figure out what I need to do, right? Why your income hasn't gone up, your team hasn't grown. Well, he kept coming back to it in the training. It was this: enroll more, recruit more. That's what it's really coming down to, is you never stop recruiting. Even 7-figure earners, 6-figure earners in this business never stop recruiting. They're always recruiting, always building teams, starting teams. I love what John Melton says. He says, I love starting and launching new teams. And that's what it's about. If we're launching and we're starting new teams, guess what's going to happen? You're going to grow. It's going to blow up, and you're going to find that one superstar that turns it on, and all of a sudden your network of your TBS just starts filling up because he's bringing in or she's bringing in a ton of people, right? And so make sure that that's the case. And here's another one I wrote down off this training. This is really, really important. Plug them into the system. What is the system? Well, I'll tell you what it is. Now going to be Monday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time is the corporate this call every Monday night at 7 p.m. Plug them into it. Make sure that they get tied into this. Why? So they stay up to date of all the new things going on. They get a little bit of training, and then they get to hear from you, the people in the field. Plug them into the system. Make sure they get on the Rise Up page. Why is that? Well, we have training units there that can train them on some topics and things that might help them, right? And by the way, I've got some new stuff I'm going to be putting up there here really quickly that I've been compiling with Rob Sperry, who just did a training for us not too long ago, just last week. That's just super exciting training he did. So if you haven't seen that, you need to go check it out. It's on our also on our YouTube channel. But plug them into the system. And then the last thing I wrote down was this, is that if it takes you to make calls with that person In other words, most of you have probably heard this term before. It's called tap rooting. And if you're not tap rooting your group, you're not going down inside your group and finding people that only have 1 or 2 people and they need to get their third. Maybe get on the phone with them and talk with them. Maybe find out how you can assist them on a phone call, or teach them exactly how to send the video or what video to send, that type of thing. But taprooting is working through the individual, right? So when you bring in 3 people on your team, get with each of your 3 people individually and have a launch meeting, they call it, right? So you have a launch meeting, and now you're launching that person by sitting down and saying, okay, let's write down all the people you know right off the top of your head. And I like to refer to the people that they write down immediately, that they immediately share this with, are the people that if you're stranded in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night, you could call those people and they'll answer the phone call. Those are the people you're going to initially start off with just immediately and start sharing it with them right off the bat. That should help you put your first 3 in right now. So now once you help those people become part of our network, now let's taproot through them by finding out who their 3 people are. Who are they gonna reach out to besides yourself if they're stranded in the middle of nowhere, right? Because their audience is going to be a little different. Once you've taprooted through them, you keep doing the same thing. I learned this from Randy Haugen, one of the top leaders in Amway years and years ago. He was driving depth was the key to success in that business. And it's the same in any network marketing. You got to work down through the groups and you got to help those people, because guess what? If you taproot through a guy or a gal that has 1 person in our network right now, right? But that 1 person leads you to 3 people. And now you taproot through those 3 people to the next person. And maybe there's only 1 person on there that is excited, but then it goes down deeper and deeper and deeper, and you keep doing that. And guess what? All of a sudden you find one that takes off. Remember how the comp plan works, which is why our comp plan training is going to be so phenomenally powerful for you guys, is that you need to understand we have what we call dynamic compression. And all of a sudden the comp plan funds, the money runs up through because these guys aren't qualified for it. So guess what? They all of a sudden see all this money passing them. And now that's called good taprooting, because now you can go back up to those people and say, gosh, if you would actually have gotten 2 people or 3 people in, you would actually be being paid on everything underneath you. And now they're like, what? What does that mean? And now you tell them and they're like, oh my gosh, I could be making what? And then, oh, okay, that's what it's about. And so just remember one thing, and I'm going to post it here in the chat for you all, is that there is a link to his training I'll share with you guys, because I think this is a phenomenal training and it's free. Just click on it. It's a video or a podcast, and I would go and get some training or go through this. He doesn't talk about taprooting, but I added that because I know that's a real important part of getting your people launched properly. And then when you get through somebody, get through the next person, do the exact same thing. Duplication, 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 duplication. You do that, you're going to succeed. And you do that on the new rollouts we're doing coming up here very shortly on the 1st. It's going to blow your freaking mind on how people are not going to walk away from this thing. They're not going to walk away, because once they see what we do on the 1st, it's literally mind blowing, you guys. It's really going to excite you, I think. And I'm super excited for the 1st. Okay. So here, let's get started here onto our favorite part of the call. And that is to turn the time over to you guys. But what I want to start off with, first of all, is to set the table with this. When you come on, please let us know who you are, where you're from, so everybody gets to know that. And second, also, if you would, is the 2 things that we're looking to hear from you on. Any wins last week, the last 7 days, any wins that you've had, small wins, large wins, medium wins, doesn't matter. The second thing we'd love to hear, if you have, if this is all you had, is why did you join, or not why, sorry, when you joined our network, how soon did you get your T3 status, your first 3 people in your business? So if you've done that just recently, we'd love to hear from you, and come on here and let us know. So I'm going to turn the time over to you guys, and it's your turn. Don't all jump at once.
Hi, Dave. How are you? Jim Corbett from Long Island.
Good. Hey, how you doing, Jim?
Good. How you been? I joined in May of last year. I saw the vision right away. I was able to was able to actually get 10 in the pen in my first month. Now, keeping them active is a whole other story, but just keep on recruiting and then helping people, basically being a servant leader, which I think I was born to be anyway. As far as a win over the last week, actually, I signed up a guy from Georgia yesterday, basically just from him reaching out and asking me how I'm doing for my operation. I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I told him what I was doing. And, you know, you forget about these people on your list because it might be a year or two since you talked to them. And I introduced that whole idea to him. He was in right away. One thing I've been finding that has been helping is if, and it's a personal thing. John Johnson had mentioned it's imperative that you put back in the business to help you grow the business. And one thing I've been learning to do is if I find a go-getter, somebody that actually wants to do this business, I'll take the time out and get their information. I'll go ahead and order 500 business cards with the name on it and send it down to them and say, welcome aboard. I mean, it's a small price to pay. You're putting a little bit of business money back into the business, but that's what I did. The week before, I was actually signed up a gentleman too here on Long Island who actually owns, I got the idea that a lot of you guys, I don't know if you ever noticed, a lot of towns in America, they have coupon books that go out in the mail, and will show you all the discounts that you get from all local merchants in that particular town or towns, depending. And I got a hold of him and got him registered. And not only do I have somebody that's actually going to be he's a charter member, but he actually has the coupon book business where he could start advertising our network right in the coupon business. So, and be able to attract all the local merchants. So I've had some big wins here being kind of set back over the last few weeks with, I had a major surgery. But yeah, I mean, I'm very pumped. I can't wait till February 1st. And just on a side note, Dave, right before you got into the opening up the mic test, did you say you were going to post a link that week for the training?
I did. I just posted it in the chat. That's
in
on
the chat. Yeah, I was right in the chat. I didn't see it. Okay.
Also put it up on Rise Up afterwards.
Oh, you did? Okay, great. All right. Yeah, great. So anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. And let's rev it up, man. I can't wait.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Anybody else? I got to start playing the music from, you know.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, everyone.
Who's that?
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be on this call today. Usually, due to time difference, I don't have chance to attend the call. But I achieved my 3 during November, so I started joining the rNetwork on October. So it took me a month to get my 3. And my win for the past week, I managed to get my 10 charter members now. For the first time, I have active 10 charter members in my pen. So it's so exciting. You know, it's just a dream come true. I never believed it. I hear you saying that you know, as soon as you get that person the super person who can go and recruit, it will blow. You know, opens up my TBS. You know, as we people, we have challenges. Some say, because of the past MLMs, they think this is the same as those other MLMs. So they want to see me getting paid on that so that they can follow. I say, no, you need to take action now, because of as soon as this thing rolls out, you'll be sorry for yourself. So at least a few of them, they believed in this and they see the value in this, and I'm so excited about it. And you know, it's just a dream come true, because of I'm working on fields, and you know, we're just earning less than $100 in 2 weeks. So you know, it's so hard, and you arrive at home tired and all that, so we don't have time. So that's why I miss all the corporate calls most of the time. But now I'm glad that I have a chance to attend, and I'm so grateful. It's such an honor. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you for tuning in. That's awesome. That's really exciting. Congratulations on getting your 3. That's way cool. And now having 10 in your group, that's spectacular. Now make sure you help those 10 get their 3, right? That's what it's about. So anybody else?
Hi, it's Linda Sheldon.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, from Fraser Park, California. And I got in November and got my T3 within 24 hours. So that part's good. I'm working on my 10 in the pin. And I got 6 in, but I gave 3 of those to my downline because I didn't know about the 10 in the pin when I first signed up. So I'm going back now to get my 10 in the pin.
Awesome. I think you're echoing a little bit because you have your mic on both sides. So just make sure you turn your mic off on your other one. That's what happens. So. Thank you, though. That's awesome, though. Congratulations, though. You got your T3, and then on top of it, helping people in your group. That's just such a cool thing. I love the comp plan that this is a team building structure. Everybody's helping everybody. So that's really cool. So congratulations on that. Anybody else like to share?
For sure, I'll share. This is David Simmons out of Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Hey,
I just want to hop real quick and just say that I had my three charter members for a while. Currently working on my 10 in the pen. I'm running real hard to get my 10 in the pen, but I'm glad that I made 3. So I'm just excited to be a part of the company and the opportunity. And the best time is now. And just like someone just said, don't wait until fall launch. Go ahead and start building your teams now. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
Awesome. Congratulations. I love it. Keep rocking. Anybody else?
Hey, Dave, this is Candace.
Hey, Candace.
Hi. So couple things. You didn't post in the chat box the training link, so just let you know. Heads up on that. Okay.
Oh, it went privately. That's
oh, there you go.
My thing is just messed up. Hold on. I'll get it out to everybody. Everybody's like, you're crazy, Dave. So thank you for that. There you go. There's the link.
Awesome. Thank you. So as Jim Corbett knows, because he's one of my directs, I came in right at the very beginning of this. Loved it from day one. Understand completely the mission, the vision, everything about our network. And because of that, I got my 3 within 24 hours and my 10 probably within the first month. And it's all about keeping supporting your team. And like you said, what you're training everyone, get on the phone. That's the best way. I know that some people don't like to get on the phone, but get outside your comfort zone and just do it. Okay. That's really because after 30 years of internet marketing, my relationships are gold. The ones that stay with me and I've developed a friendship with, those are the ones that always follow me. And so that's my piece of advice there. I have a win this week. It was great. One of my old friends came on board and said, what are you doing lately? I told her, and again, I have more than 10 now, and I'm in the position now to start helping my people. And I knew that one of my directs was associated with this person. I said, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what rNetwork is all about. It's all about saving money. I told her about the bank, the upcoming bank that's opening up. She got the vision about getting paid on every swipe. But she was a little shy. Okay, so she said, well, I'll sign up as a fan first. How's that? I said, sure, no problem. So we got her signed up with my direct person's link as a fan first. But I kept calling her. asking her what she thought, inviting her to meetings and stuff like that. Within the first week of being a fan, she upgraded to charter membership. So, so if you need to go that route for them to, put their little foot in the water, please, please, please do so. And that's my contribution today. Thanks.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Hey, Double D, it's Robert. How are you? Hi, Candace.
Hi, Robert. Good to see your face.
Good to see you. I wanted to know if you can call me someday soon.
I will, Robert.
All right. Happy New Year to everybody. Dave, this is awesome. As I keep saying, I love it. Keep up the good work. Thanks.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it. Anybody else?
Yeah, Walter Bay. How you doing?
Walter?
Yeah, the big guy. But anyway, I just got on here to let you know. I came from another network marketing company. I qualified in the first, probably, 10 days. Got my 10, got more than 10. Past 10, past 20, past 30. I'm on my way to 100. But anyway, I don't know what people are. I have no idea why people are not coming on here a lot faster. But I can certainly tell you, from where I came from in network marketing back in '96 to today, this has never, ever been seen or done before. So those who are on here listening now, take it from an old network marketer. Get in now and get in quick. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thanks, Walter. Appreciate that. Welcome to the company, by the way. Anybody else? No? Okay. All right, guys. Hey, well, thanks for sharing. For those that shared today, I appreciate it big time. Sharing your thoughts and what our network, how exciting it's been to be a part of our network. But more importantly, is that the ranks and stuff that are happening and the people that are making a difference. I just wanted to end on this one thought for you. And I just trying to find it here, just getting my notes here again. And it was a guy that actually had spoke at this leadership, one of these guys that spoke there. He was speaking on how to actually overcome your fears, challenges in life, or maybe you're stressed out, money, worries, all these different things that happen in life, and how to overcome that through our power of our mind. And I thought I would actually share just one saying that he actually said I thought was really cool, and we'll end it on this. He said, "Don't let others rent space in your head." And so it's such a powerful statement because we all are affected by the television, the radio, sometimes social media, our best friends, our family. In this business specifically, we all deal with a lot of rejection initially, right? So we get a lot of rejection possibly. When you do, don't let anybody rent that space and tell you that you're crazy. Don't let anybody tell you that this is absolutely nuts and it's never going to work or anything like that, because it's working. People are already making money. People are being paid and have been for months. And we are so close to teeing off here in February that my teeth ache. It's ready to go. Like we're right there. And so the power of the mind is that what we think about comes about. And if we allow those people to get inside our head and change the way we think, it can drastically have an outcome of not something so great. So make sure that you're protecting the way that space in between your ears. And one of the things that he shared, which I thought was really powerful, he said this, he says that in order to be successful, you need to make goals and dreams a priority. And if you go make your goals and dreams a priority, which means you do things to make sure that they happen, like taking care of yourself by doing self-improvement, working out, getting that exercise for the day, all those different things, then you're going to have success. But if you don't, the minute that somebody hits you up the side of the face with a negative comment, sometimes people all of a sudden go, wow, and they question, am I doing the right thing? Well, you are doing the right thing. You're in the right place at the right time with the right company. And this is the most incredible opportunity that you have at your fingertips. It's all in how you now take it and deploy it and put people right into the system that we already have in place. So thank you so much for coming today and joining us. Remember, the opportunity calls will continue this week on the set times and days. But after this week's over, following week, we'll go to the new schedule of this being at night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay? So thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll be tuning in to you guys next week. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank-
Bye.